Welcome to the Literacy Week Assembly. Hope you all are doing great, and my name is Mikhail. So, let's talk about books. Books can bring us to all sorts of worlds. Imagine Hogwarts, Narnia, and Emerald City. But right now, we're locked in our houses. But it's fine. We can still read in our minds. We can make a story up in our minds, but at least stick to the theme, yeah. Oh, speaking of the theme is Old Worlds, New Worlds, and Other Worlds.
Hi. For this assembly video coming up is amazing book characters, costume, an interview with a local author, our heads of school playing football, and much more. So stay tuned.
Hello, heads of school. My name is Kella. On the behalf of the Year 4s and Year 6s, we would like to ask a few questions for your thoughts, opinions, and perspectives about Literacy Week. So firstly, Mr. Cathers and Mr. Hatch, why do you think it's important to celebrate Literacy Week?
Well, Kele, I would say from my point of view, literacy is one of the most basic foundational skills that human beings need to be functioning citizens that have civilization. I mean, it's between literacy and mathematics, that's what everything else depends off of and the basis. So celebrating Literacy Week is just helping us say how important that is. And people who have weak language skills often are limited. They can only go so far in life because that opens all the doors.
I agree with everything Mr. Cathers has just said. Just wanted to add a little bit that one of the things for me with literacy involving words and of different cultures, often we get a different and deeper understanding and appreciation of different cultures and the people around us by the way we all use words differently. Sometimes it's the same word that we use differently because of the way we have used that in our upbringing. And so I think having a good grasp of literacy gives you a much deeper appreciation of different cultures as well.
story maker, see you later. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. It's all changing on the pages. I could read this for ages. I could get into this. Time flies by when you're reading a book. Take a look and you'll know what I mean. Poems, comics, or magazines. Take a look and you'll see what I mean. I'll be reading my way, 'cause it's World Book Day. Listen to what I say. I'll be reading my way, 'cause it's World Book Day. Listen to what I say. The inside of the cover, let's discover what's inside, what's inside. I've been reading round the clock, my favorite story, I can't stop. I could get into this. Time flies by when you're reading a book. Take a look and you'll know what I mean. Poems, comics, or magazines. Take a look and you'll see what I mean.
So secondly, Mr. Stice, what book have you read that was life-changing or inspiring for you?
One of the ones kind of might surprise you. There's a book that readers maybe around your age or even younger enjoy called Charlotte's Web. And when I read Charlotte's Web, I was introduced to ideas of friendship and family and loyalty and faithfulness, but even also loss and death. And a lot of big themes were dealt with, and I thought they were dealt with in a way that was very appropriate for the age that I was at. And it really helped me to understand some big adult concepts through simple characters that I could relate to. And so that was a book that might be surprising that it had an impact on me.
Wow. Okay, thank you, Mr. Stice.
Homegrown story maker, see you later. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. It's all changing on the pages. I could read this for ages. I could get into this. Time flies by when you're reading a book. Take a look and you'll know what I mean. Poems, comics, or magazines. Take a look and you'll see what I mean. I'll be reading my way, 'cause it's World Book Day. Listen to what I say. I'll be reading my way, 'cause it's World Book.
Hi everyone, I'm the Gruffalo.
Hi, I'm Katniss.
Hello, so it's Harry Potter, as you can clearly see with the lightning bolt, of course.
And it's from Josiah. And I see you're a fan of me, fan of the Gruffalo. So he asked, who are your monster friends and are they nice? And how do you interact with them? So some of my monsters, I became pretty good friends with Godzilla. I don't know if any of you know him, but yeah, he's a pretty big guy. And also the mouse is one of my best friends. And one of the ways in which we interact, so sometimes we call on Zoom, or sometimes I would see him when I go on walks and we have a little chat. But apart from them, I haven't been seeing them as often as before. So yeah.
So, first one is, do you see Ron and Hermione secretly? No, you gotta keep COVID protocol. If you don't, it spread the virus, you don't want that. We video call and stuff like that, so it's very nice.
The first question I got was, how do I practice my archery inside my room during lockdown? I usually put up markers on the wall and I just shoot at it.
So Aisha asked, if you're in lockdown, why don't you do plays and post them on YouTube? So yeah, I've been working to do some, but lately I just haven't been having time. I've been having to scare too many people past lockdown. And yeah, online school in the jungle is kind of challenging, but good.
How does it feel not using magic at home? I still use it in secret, because it gets really boring. So sometimes, like, I just sneak off, do a little bit. Gotta keep practicing.
So Shub asked, how do you do your shopping and school, and are you happy during the lockdown? So in shopping, I usually just go for lunch, catch some fish, or yeah, and always keep my distance. And in terms of school, the jungle school, it's pretty okay, but my Wi-Fi is pretty slow in the jungle. So I hope that answers your question.
The Dursies have COVID, so I don't think they have COVID. I don't know. I don't really talk to them. No, the memories I have of them are very bad, so we don't keep in contact.
As you all know, I came back to District 12, so I don't, I'm not sure about the updates in Panam, but I'm assuming it's pretty hectic due to the COVID outbreak.
So, Jonah asked me, do you go out past curfew to scare some people? And yes, actually I do. There's some bad people walking around the streets at night, and I don't like that, people breaking the law, so it's always good to give them a little scare,
Okay, how would you heal yourself if you had COVID? My magic doesn't work on viruses, sadly, so I have to go to the doctor like everyone else. But I haven't got COVID yet, thankfully.
So, Naivan, Gruffalo, why aren't you wearing a mask? As you can see, I'm at home in the jungle, and we always keep social distancing, so it's fine not to wear a mask, but when I go with a lot of different animals, I do wear my mask.
As you all know, I moved back to District 12 with Hamish, and I had my family, and since then, there's no one else that has come into District 12, but I am not vaccinated because of the limited resources that we have, and we still haven't been able to get the vaccines from Panam.
Since they asked me, which I found pretty interesting, was are there any animals which are getting the vaccine in the jungle? And yes, there are. Bears, baboons, and tigers are getting vaccines across zoos in the USA.
Could you use your wizardry to stop COVID-19 so we can return to normal lives? I mean, I could try, put the force field up again, like how I did in my final year, but I think I need more help. But that's solely to create a bubble, I could isolate people, but that's about it. Hopefully, this COVID-19 pandemic will end soon. Thank you.
Thank you for watching and hope to keep you updated.
Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
The third question is for Miss Becky. So, Miss Becky, what is your favorite book, favorite or most liked author?
And that's a really, really difficult question because I like all sorts of different books. So I brought some along to share with you, which are some of my favorite authors. And the first one is I love to upper primary kids because you can really get animated. And that is Andy Griffith. And he writes the Just Disgusting and Just Stupid Rage. And they are fabulous to read aloud to kids. So I do love him. For entertainment, for my own personal entertainment, I love Moss. has been doing a few books, and I just love the way she sets those up and the plot develops. I also love Dan Brown, who I just love his stories as well. In terms of informational text, I love Michio Kaku. Absolutely love his books. He's a physicist and has a great way of explaining physics really, really easily for us all to understand. And then my favorite childhood book, and yes, it was published many, many moons ago, is The Very Hungry Caterpillar, which lots of kids still love and enjoy now. So, and that's by Eric Carle. So I have loads of favorite authors depending on what I'm reading about and trying to figure out, but there's just a few of them. So thanks, Kelly.
Thank you, Miss Becky.
A parody is a special piece of art. It is a humorous way of trying to make sense of the world we live in.
The Year 6 students were tasked with creating a parody that best showcases their experiences with online learning. Please enjoy this showcase of creative literacy.
Suddenly I'm in your usual morning lineup. Button the drawers and sit till the floors are clean.
9 o'clock I start with my morning classes. Laugh again and by then it's like 9:15. So I'll take a break for me 2 or 3. I'll add a few notes to my journal book. I'll play guitar and work and basically just wonder when will my life begin. Kids.
Collage. What is 5% of 50?
It is
Collage. Are you there? If you're talking, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Sir, he left a meeting.
Oh. And it's 36.
Can someone say the answer?
I already said the answer. 5% is 36.
William, that is the 5th time today. You need to stop shouting out the answers.
Okay.
Hello, hi.
Hey guys, how many of you have finished the poetry journal? Enrico, you need to stop that right now. You're going to get detention and be suspended if you keep going on. Enrico, can you tell me what's 50% of 10? Hello, Enrico, can you switch on your mic? And why is that? That's the wrong answer, it's 5. I'm emailing your parents about that.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
What is 10 times 10?
I can do 10 times 10. The answer is, wait, excuse me, something. The answer is actually, 100. Yes.
Okay, let me share my screen. Can anyone see my screen? Can you tell me how to share my screen?
You have to click the button. Mr. Halot just sent me all his passwords.
You can see your screen now.
We
Mr.
can see
Halot.
your screen now, Mr. Halot.
Oh.
What's the problem? Math problems. Oh, I can help you. Let me see. All right. Here's the easy one. What's 6 times 3? 6 times 3. I don't know. 6 times 3. I don't. 6 times 3. I legit don't know. 6 3. I don't know. What is it? What is it? Get your mom. Why? Teresa!
How much of your time do you spend reading?
I have a little routine. I get up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and read books. And so I read between 1 hour to 2 hours most mornings. And my wife and I both do that. And so right now I'm just about to finish Moby Dick, which is about the 3rd time I've read that. I always love it. Anyway, so like Mr. Stice said, I think it's important to know that the way we function in the world, especially with technology, we're reading constantly. Right now I'm reading Rebecca Clentworth's name tag on her picture there, and texts, emails, it's all literacy. And like Mr. Stice said, the challenge now is to be able to analyze and understand deeply what we read, and to not be taken in by much of the false information that's in print. So I think becoming wise, discriminating readers is part of our work here at school. You can even see with your own friends, I think, people who go beneath the surface when they read anything, and they try to understand what is this really saying, versus people who just take things literally. So that's what we are trying to achieve. And I think Literacy Week can help promote that, not just, it's very shallow to just say, oh, read books, but to read with understanding is our challenge, I think.
Yeah, totally agree on that one.
Homegrown story maker, see you later. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. It's all changing on the pages. I could read this for ages. I could get into this. Time flies by when you're reading a book. Take a look and you know what I mean. Poems, comics, or magazines. Take a look and you'll see what I mean. I'll be reading my way, 'cause it's World Book Day. Listen to what I say. I'll be reading my way, 'cause it's World Book Day. Listen to what I say. The inside of the cover, let's discover what's inside, what's inside. I've been reading round the clock, my favorite story, I can't stop. I could get into this. Time flies by when you're reading a book. Take a look and you know what I mean. Poems, comics, or magazines. Take a look and you'll see what I mean. I'll be reading my way, 'cause it's World Book Day. Listen to what I say. I'll be reading my way, 'cause it's World Book Day. Listen to what I say.
Bula, I'm Mr. Crab, and I will be interviewing Hannah Nanovu, author, illustrator of Ocean Adventures Coral Catastrophe. Thank you.
Bula, Mr. Crab, I'm really happy to be here.
So what inspired you to write this book?
Great question. I could talk about this for a really long time, but the short version is I'm hugely passionate about the ocean. And for this particular project, I was inspired by my son when he did his Year 5 exhibition on coral bleaching. And he learned so much. And at the same time, I learned so much about the causes of coral bleaching. And I just felt like people should know all about this. It's really important. And at the same time, we were working on a coral restoration project on Nananuira. And I learned a lot from the marine biologist who we were working with at that time, who specializes in corals. And so this book kind of wrote itself from that.
Did it take you a long time to write and illustrate the book?
Parts of it did take a long time. Like the story came to me really quickly, and mapping that out was quite easy. I loved finding all the rhyming words for the story. I guess the illustrations took a long time, but when you're passionate about something, it didn't feel like it took time. But as I paint each page individually, it does take quite a bit of time.
Which authors inspired you?
Oh, there's so many great authors and illustrators out there, but I think I've got to talk about two. And the first one is Eric Carle. His illustrations have always amazed me, the way he paints on tissue paper and creates just the most amazing illustrations for his books, and his stories are wonderful too. And then the second one is Julia Donaldson and all her amazing rhymings. So both of those were very inspirational for my project.
So is there plans for another book?
It's funny you should ask me that question. I am almost at the end of writing the second book, which is kind of like a sequel to this book, and it's about the natural predators on the reef and what happens when it gets out of balance. It's quite an exciting story, and I look forward to sharing that with everybody soon.
Have you got any advice for those wishing to write or illustrate a book?
Yes, I would say just go for it. If you're excited and passionate about something, just give it a go. I had not picked up a paintbrush before or painted, and so this book was the first time for me to do that, but it didn't put me off. So don't be put off by anything. If you believe that you have a story to tell, just go ahead and do it. You can. I believe in you.
You're still watching this. Woohoo! We still have an audience. Wow, those are some awesome iTunes that were shared with the school today. We hope you enjoyed our whole school assembly of Literacy Week. It is also a good time to improve and develop your literacy in all areas of learning.
Thank you for taking your time to watch our online Literacy Week assembly. Special thanks to our brave Year 4s and also to our Year 6s for putting together a magnificent video. It's the last week of school and surely we are all looking forward to the holidays. Sleep, eat and more sleep. Ni samada and we'll see you back in term 4. Bye!